Okay, here we are again. Back in the New York groove. Not quite, but we're moving closer to the 3 streams a week I was doing before I took my break. 2 streams this week, despite exams being next week, but that's okay because I have pretty much all of my work done except for one thing, and studying. So 2 streams will not break the bank. And then once exams are over next week, 3 streams will not break the bank. And I'll probably bump it up to 4 the week after that because, quite frankly, having done so much work the past 2 semesters in school, I'm going to be simultaneously bored and not really know what to do with myself. So do a little bit of everything those weeks. For those of you who are tuning in, relatively speaking, for the first time since I swapped over to YouTube, I usually let the game's title screen sort of just hang for a little bit. Like some streamers, when they turn on the camera, they have like a going live in X number of minutes thing. Instead of that, I just like to leave it on the title screen and kind of let it linger for a few minutes while I stretch, because if I don't stretch before I start the stream, I will cramp up before the stream is over, and it is not particularly comfortable when that happens. So if you ever hear me in the background, I'm just stretching, and yeah, that's what I did just before we started. I'll tell you, it's warm here today though, so it's gonna be gross in this room by the time I'm done, because we haven't gotten the air conditioners out yet, and we shouldn't, because it's gonna drop down into the 50s again. But it's Fahrenheit, by the way, but not for very long from what I understand, so yeah, we'll see. Anyway, enough preamble. We have a job to finish. We have one more soul to capture, princess to kidnap, person of interest to abduct. Quite frankly, all of those things make me sound like the villain, but considering the fact that this game is drawn in pencil, there's literally nothing but gray area to all of this, so I don't know if necessarily I can hold the moral high ground here. Oh, wait, hold on. I thought it was highlighting it. There we go.
You're on a path in the woods.
Whoops.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Moral high ground on anything. There, we can just pretend like I said it there. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Slay the Princess, the stream edition. Last time we finished up our 3rd and 4th resets on this run. And we were told by the hands in the long quiet there is only one more princess left for us to find. I know just the one, or ones. You'll see in a minute. I know which path I want to take. Is it at the end of this path? Let's find out.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't believe you. Let's see. Are there any of these that I... Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Did I say this one already? I forget if I said this one already. Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Well, I'm not sure if I think there's a couple of these that I've... This one, I mean... it aligns with my current plan, but I don't feel like that one I should say. I guess I could say this one at some point. This just seems silly. We've already seen the reward, quote-unquote, so that seems silly to ask now. I guess this one wouldn't be a bad thing to ask, but does it align with my current objective? No, not really. So I think this is an explore option, so I'm not sure what this does, but let me just see what this does, because this aligns with my current objective. I don't think this, let me ask this first, actually. So, are you sure you want me to do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Well, that's not very nice of you. What makes you think that I'm the only one that can pull this off? Like what brings me to be the sole am I like supposed to be some prophesied hero? Because I don't feel like a prophesied hero. I feel like I'm going to do something awful. I don't think I want to do this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I don't think I have to do anything. I don't think I have to do anything. I don't take orders from you.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Oh, look, there's the option. Exactly what I was looking for.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Perfect. So now we can see what's on the other side of the woods.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Yeah, see, he's got a point. I don't want to... that won't make me feel very heroic, even if it means saving the world.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's making some good points. Oh, what the hell?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
You know?
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
He did say at the end of that path is a cabin. He didn't specify which direction the end of the path was in. Clever bastard. Yeah, no, you can't make me do this, man. Sorry, I want to see what else is in the woods besides just this cabin. If I have to, I'll go off-road. It's fine.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. Yeah,
I'm aware of that. That's a hell of a lot of responsibility to put on a single person. I'm getting cold feet. Oh my god. Emotionally blackmailing me into do this. Yeah, no, I've been mostly silent through this whole thing, so let's just...
Your silence is deafening.
That's the idea. I'm ignoring you.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Perfect.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
The universe, huh? Is that your way of patting yourself on the back? Think you're the whole universe here, man? Yeah, I'd like to trek through the wilderness. I think I deserve a little breather from having to murder anything or anyone. So let me just wander through the woods and just see what I can find out there. I mean, maybe I'll find someone else who needs help besides the princess.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
See, you're saying that, but you're not giving me any proof that this will murder everyone. You're just getting irate.
And here
what is that?
As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Why is the cabin stalking me now?
At first, it's little flickers.
And why is the music getting all distorted again? Don't like that.
Familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Familiar, huh? Oh my god.
As you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Alright, I get it, man. Like, you're upset that I wouldn't play your game. I don't think destroying reality is a good idea, though.
Wait, what's going on?
Like, I'm pretty sure you doing this is only going to end badly for you. Why are you throwing a temper tantrum?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
Are you even listening to me?
Doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Can't you take a joke?
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
There's certain death in the forest too? This is new information. Why didn't you tell me that? Maybe I would have been more forthcoming about going into the safety of the cabin if I knew there was certain death in the woods.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Okay. Well, I was going to say Chapter 2, the Fractal Continuum, but no, apparently we do get a Chapter 2 out of this, The Stranger.
In the woods,
what is that now?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
What is that in the background there?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. Yeah, let's introduce whoever we're getting this time, because we're probably not getting one of the voices we've already heard this time, considering I wouldn't play his game.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
The first time you've been here.
If he doesn't
Actually, it's true. It's the first time I've been here
maybe
too.
It's best to keep it that way.
Because, as we've established, this is different world.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Oh boy.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Oh my god.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
We kind of already did that whole bag though, didn't we? Like, in Chapter 1, because we ruined everyone's day by not playing your game. Well, the other U's game in Chapter 1.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
I mean, we've been getting lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Uh-huh. So, I like the idea of saying those walls weren't here last time, but I don't like the idea of, can't just force me to go to the cabin. So I'm just gonna go, because it seems like there's not, this is the railroading path. I'm surprised it didn't say Chapter 2, the railroad, but that's what we're getting at here, so let's just go. No sense in fighting it. Yeah,
before you go in.
As you can see, there are walls around this place now, so I can't just go walking wherever I want.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Because the last narrator had such a monumental crash out that he forced walls around me.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
It's got a fair point.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I mean, that's also fair, actually.
Let's keep an open mind.
Because he's the contrarian, so of course he's just going to be difficult for the sake of it.
Wrong. A confusing patchwork.
Whoa! Oh, that's not good.
Almost the same space. It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Somebody forgot to lock this layer in their Photoshop document.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths.
Its perspective is bizarre too, isn't it?
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Because, like, the leg that's in the back looks like it's in front because it's got the most detail, but it's not. I messed something up royal here, didn't I? Well, it wasn't really me. Again, the narrator had such a monumental crash out that he caused reality to fracture apart, so maybe he shouldn't have done that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. Good as a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway. No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
I don't think that's helping, because look at this place. Like, I think you might need to do a little more explaining, because this place looks off.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong.
Yeah, you could say that again.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
But how do you describe facts as facts when everything looks like this? The gyro, by the way, controls that, so I can kind of just waggle it back and forth like a crazy person if I want to here. Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Thought you only missed one stream. What do you mean finale? Also, enjoyed reaction to you reaching the end of the simulation on the original translation. Yep, because just such a, like, the original translation of that game is just such a bizarre hodgepodge, and I understand why. I mean, it was made, like, what, years and years ago, but, like, just I forget even what you said there, but it just threw me for such a loop. I was like, nope, I gotta put this reaction out there. So, yeah, the game is relatively short, though, Slay the Princess, so that's why we put finale ? Although we don't know necessarily that we'll be getting to the finale, but the hands in the long quiet said I only need one more vessel, so maybe.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Does anybody else, like, here's my question, though, like, maybe it's probably just me, but, like, non-Euclidean stuff like this doesn't really scare me so much. It might just be because I'm not physically in it, you know what I mean? Like, if this house, if this cabin was a real structure and I was standing in it, it would probably throw me for a loop, but as it is now, I don't know that it is.
Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
We'd go crazy, and then probably die of being crazy.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Well, he's no fun.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
It's easy for you to say. The voice of the hero is having a panic attack in the back of my head.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Hey, a bagel left on the roadside. Yummy. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Feed keeps recommending you Slay the Princess streams. Hello, hope you're enjoying the game. I am enjoying it, yes. Probably your feed is seeing, if the algorithm is doing what it normally does, it's seeing that you either have seen other videos of the game or have seen other streams of the game. And you stuck around for a reasonable amount of time, so it probably keeps recommending it. Just my thoughts. I don't... The algorithm, the funny thing about the algorithm is that it's about as non-Euclidean as this room is, so it's it's difficult to see what exactly it does because they change it all the time, but that's my impression of how it works anyway.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I've been jabbering for 20 minutes. Let's get on with it.
Take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Fair point.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
We'll see if you still feel that way by the time we're done here.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Yeah, stare at the mirror. So that's what we'll do.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
I actually, if I'm honest with you, I kind of just want to like touch the wall behind it just to see if it feels as wrong as this place looks. So here we go.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Feels like sandpaper and shards of glass, so yes, definitely wrong.
There was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Alright, well, anyway, I don't think that the blade is going to help us if this place is moving and shifting like this. It probably means that the princess will just, like, slurp out of my way like a slime monster or something ridiculous, but I don't think that the knife is going to help us against reality breaking, so let's just go.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Okay,
revealing
then.
A web of branching staircases, all built from unidentifiable materials.
MC Escher, when did you get here?
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
I mean, they kind of go down, but maybe they're just bending away from me, like, because there's low light in this area.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it.
Ugh.
The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Ugh.
An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Well, thanks for that description. It's not like I just ate dinner. Ugh. Hello, for the time being. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Non-Euclidean does not feel less horrific than usual physics, and there's the random chance you won't just fall in one direction forever and somehow get footing somewhere. Well, that's a fair point, yeah. I don't know, it's, like I said, maybe it's just a me thing, because I feel like some people, it would be more terrifying, but for me, just, like, physically looking at it, it doesn't really, like... It might just be because my brain can't process the potential horror in the fact that it just looks wrong, you know what I mean? But again, I'm not standing in it, so I can't like say one way or the other if I'd feel the same way if I was standing in it.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, they said that at the end of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles too. Hey up!
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
It'll be fine. She just doesn't know what she wants yet. She's still figuring that part out. By the time we reach the bottom of these never-ending stairs, she'll figure it out.
Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I mean, you're probably right, but that's why Chapter 3 exists. You wrote that entirely wrong. I kind of understood what you meant, so hopefully what I said was along the lines of your message. If not, just correct yourself and type it again, and then I'll know what you mean. So, average creepy American basement. How am I supposed to hide from the tornadoes down here? Well, actually, no. If the basement is as ridiculous as it is, the tornado will never find me down here. Then again, I'll never get out of here either, so...
We don't even have a weapon.
You're right, because what could a weapon do against this?
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall.
Yeah.
No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
Ha! Fat chance.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Wah, wah. Okay. Anybody have a preference? If I have to evoke my Ed Netty preference, I'll take the one on the left. But if anybody wants me to pick a different one, I will pick a different one. It's all up to you. Where do we go in the crazy MC Escher painting? Left, center, or right? I'll give you a few seconds to take a look. I know my latency on this is a little... I think I hit low latency, but I don't know how much time difference that is. So I'll give a few seconds just so anybody has a preference, they can make it known. Have no preference. I already said some dumb shit. Well, don't sell yourself short. I think, like I said, I think I vaguely understood what you were saying. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, it wouldn't, like, I've said dumb stuff all the time on the internet, so don't, you know, don't discount yourself. So, right. Okay, so Marie says right. Soft stairs to the right. I think I did see a path that looked like it was going down to the right, so, I mean, I'd be okay with right. How do we feel about right? Understood what you meant. Think it's all good. See, yeah, there you go. So, for the most part, we we have an idea of what you're saying. So it's all good. Let's see. I'll give you 15 more seconds to make your opinions known. If not, we will take Marie's path to the right. Stairs look soft. Hopefully they don't collapse underneath me. Soft is a weird description for stairs. Like, are they soft because they're cushioned, or because they're like there's rug on them, or are they soft because they're brittle, like they're made of talc or something? It's a good question. I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Let's see. So 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, see, there you go. Gal Hell Dragon, you've got the right idea. Only one way to find out. Let's go to the right.
You step to the right.
Brittle stairs. Oh no.
Soft and reassuring.
But hello, Gal Hell Dragon. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down.
So,
like
definitely not
from one
talc.
Step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Okay, well, that was easy.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. And soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
I don't think I like these clouds. These clouds look like they're going to ruin my day. Oh my god.
Threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence.
Get me out of these padded walls! Get this straitjacket off of me!
It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Me when I haven't slept in 3 days. You know, that's not wrong now, because now I'm lucid dreaming. Hello?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh god, I've broken reality again.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Are you talking about me now, or are you talking about you? Because this is starting to sound like you.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Oh, hi. Sorry, weird question. How did I get here?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Did I just dissociate or something? Okay, you picked the weird one again. That's okay. Maybe they're just fiberglass, or maybe they're colon stairs. Again, only one way to find out.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, this is a creepy angle, isn't it? With the eyeballs just staring at you from the darkness. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I mean, maybe I find this creepy, but not the non-Euclidean stuff. I don't know. But it sounds like we just experienced the human condition, which, yeah, fair enough.
Oh well, that was a trip.
Oh well.
Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Well, let's turn back on the charm, boys.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
I forgot why I was here when I started my way down the stairs, actually.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're here to...
Slay the princess, yes.
We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
The princess is always very eyes, yeah, pretty much. Eyes and hands. At least it's not mouths. Like, if any of you, the veterans here, so Marie would know this, the veterans of this who have watched me stream Final Fantasy Legend 3, that game had a lot of mouths where they really should not have been. So, all things considered, she seems fine. Just a little dark in here. Yeah, that's all, so we'll be okay. Someone hit the light switch. Yeah, something like that. Let's see if we can find it around here as we talk to her. Litmus test question, or do I say this one? You know, I did just associate my way in here, so it's going to sound bizarre, but I didn't realize I made it down here.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
Oh, good. So it's not just... Wait.
The shadows
okay.
recede, revealing the princess's face.
Well, there's the lights.
She's so warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
Yeah, I heard that song and dance before. Well, okay.
So, why are you here?
Good question, Princess number 2.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
God damn it, narrator number 1. Look what you did.
We can do that?
I don't think we did that.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
I mean...
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
We refused to listen to the orders of the first narrator and tried to leave.
Does it matter?
Or that.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
Teeth Princess would make this a true horror game. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. Well, I can imagine. We did the Beast version of the Wild last time, and there were she definitely ate me. So, Teeth Princess indeed. 2 princesses, what a deal!
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back.
What's done is done, isn't it?
Let's just work with what we've got.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like that plan. Now we can ask the litmus test question. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
That sounds familiar.
Princess.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, not more of her from that question. So let's discuss the nature of things. That might make more of her. Because she seems to have been pulled apart into 2 aspects at this point, so...
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Well, fair, we do have each other.
We're probably
And
stuck
each
down
other.
here forever, aren't we? There's no way out. And barely a way in.
Yeah, the way in was a bit of a trip, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Fair question. We'll come back to there's more of you now in a second. Yeah, do you gals, know why you're down here?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was.
Reality isn't having a fun time. This game is a hoot.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already.
Wow.
One way or another, just do it.
Well, that wasn't the plan. I didn't bring a weapon to... Okay.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Well, I found the demon voice.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
No, but every answer we get is a new piece of her. We're understanding more about her with everything we break. Let's keep breaking.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
Oh, you guys are no fun.
Get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Do you want to go back up the colon cloud stairs? Because I don't really know that I want to do that. If I let you out... There's no spaces between those. We'll come back to that. If I let you out of here, what are all of you gonna do?
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer?
No, at this point I am genuinely looking for the truth, because the truth might be 4 things.
What
Okay.
do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
No, I don't want you to say anything that you feel like you're forced to say. I want to know what you would do.
I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that.
Uh-huh.
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
I know what you're going to do. The rest of them haven't had a chance to speak yet.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
I don't know if it's infuriating. I'm very intrigued.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
Okay, nope, now I see why you're having a hard time, because you can't make the situation your own, so...
Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
Well, yeah, but...
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
Okay.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Now you're seeing the fundamental problem here, because all of them are her, so every time we try to kill her, you're slaying all of this.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
Uh-huh.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Didn't I tell you he was gonna have a bad time by the time we were done here? Oh, what the hell? That's why there were no spaces, because there's no choice. I have to do all of these things? Try and free her, leave her in the basement, retrieve the blade. Like, normally one of these would be highlighted, but now they're all now I just want to know what's going to happen.
Wait, that's not right.
Okay, you tell me, because you're the narrator here. You tell me what that mess that I just picked means.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
So all the stairs at once?
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh great, now reality's breaking me apart. Well, okay.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Are you okay?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Wait, oh no, I thought I saw in the top left corner that there was a key for her bindings, but that was the dagger. Never mind.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
I don't know if there's any wit left. How do you even make this witty? She's turning into the slime monster I just said.
Everything is happening at the same time. It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Huh.
Luckily for all of us,
Whoa.
nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Bye.
falls apart.
Falls together by the look of it.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think we broke him. Good job, boys. We can pack it up and go home.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No, we were not, but that's where the fun comes in.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Yeah, I might have made a mess of this whole Looney Tunes cartoon.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
I don't think anything can fix us, quite honestly.
We should help her. I think we did this.
This is just polymerization outside of its Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah, pretty much.
How surprisingly sincere.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that from you, Contrarian.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
You didn't. You... Of course not.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Oh, why am I even surprised by that?
Please.
So, here's the thing. I wouldn't even know the first way to fix this, but I know someone that might. Yeah, I'm sorry. What? You didn't think our actions had consequences? Yeah, uh-huh. Okay, sure. What do you think this is, Contrarian? Some kind of game? Anyway.
She's gone.
We made it back.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Turns out the last princess we collected was kind of all of them. I guess I wasn't lying terribly. By the way, the dog, if you hear the dog barking in the background, I think my parents are on the way home, so apologies for that.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, good question. But yeah, no, we've done this before. Trust me when I tell you. Excuse me, we've done this before. This always happens. You freak out. I reassure you, everything works out. Don't worry.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Anyone know how far into the run this is? So that was the last princess we had to collect. I asked at the end of the last stream, and this is princess number 5. So as far as I'm aware, this is the last one we need to collect. So
yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
You didn't seem to mind it when I saw it in the cabin. But yeah, anyway, whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. I mean, I don't know that, but I suppose the hands will be able to tell me that one. I did already say this one, so let's say this. Why not? Oh boy.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
At this point, I don't know if there's any messing left for me to do. We kind of just made a gigantic mess. So, let's see what we've turned into this time. We unraveled last time. Or no, we unraveled in the apotheosis and then we kind of decayed. We looked like we got, well, digested by stomach acid last time. So, let's see. Why is the mirror a window? Is it a window to my soul? How am I nothing? Wait, what is that supposed to be? Hi there?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, you rat bastard! You get out of that mirror. I need to see who I am. Well, the narrator has hijacked the mirror. So that's fun. There's about a billion questions to ask here. Let me have a list of all the questions I want to ask. So, let's see, probably this one, but let me just see if there's a specific one. No, it's this one. So if you were in the mirror, are you one of the voices? I mean, there's been a lot of voices. They've also been described as shards of glass in my soul. Are you one of the shards of glass?
No, I am not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it?
I mean, I guess.
From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
I mean, that's more esoteric of you than I thought, but... Oh. Okay. So, if you're only me by proxy, then what are you supposed to be exactly?
I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him.
Oh.
Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I have, but most of them haven't been this forthcoming. Why are you explaining this to me now? Maybe because you're breaking apart? Maybe? Yes, Blackbird. Raven, even. Yeah, so you mentioned something about others like you before. You've said that you're a different one every single time. Is that true?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design.
Why?
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
So I've been stuck in some kind of weird world box this whole time?
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Why is that what it all hinges on? Me being awake? Have I been sleeping this whole time? How many years of bad luck? So far, this has just been 21 years of bad luck from break. Well, okay. We had 28 from previous. Now he just keeps breaking. If shards of glass break, does it still count? And they were a part of a mirror. Does that still count as 7 years bad luck? Or is it just the whole mirror? Because we're either at 35 or the rest of my life. We'll see in a minute. So. All right. A construct. That's the one I'm looking for next. Let's see. There's a few other questions that we'll ask, but this one specifically, while he's talking about the construct. Oh, is there no construct option here? I thought maybe I scrolled past it. Hold on. Go back up. Maybe it's not here. Huh. I did notice there's a few differences. So for those of you who are here for the first time, who aren't aware of this, I have played this before. I've played through a full loop total once before. And I've noticed there's a few little differences between this and the PC version, which is the one that I played. So maybe this is another difference where there aren't quite the same questions. But anyway, let's look what else we've got here. Oh, no, it's right here. Never mind. So, if me waking up is the reason why this place will or won't do what it's supposed to do, then what am I exactly? I haven't even been able to look at myself in the mirror for more than a fraction of a second without seeing nothing at all, so...
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm... this... behind you? That seems a little far-fetched. That makes sense. Yeah, that's why I have a list of questions to ask him, because I wouldn't have known these otherwise. So, you made me a god. That seems like a very large amount of responsibility. So... let's see... Yeah, this is a fair question, too, and we'll ask him about him in a second, but does that make the princess a god, too, or...
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change.
All that in caps,
huh? She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
So that's why you could never influence her over the course of the time that we've been through here, because if you're an echo, you're not human. But then technically neither am I, since I'm a god. Maybe I just believed myself to be human and that's why it worked? I don't know.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
That seems to have backfired on multiple occasions.
This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
You say that like I don't feel like I had such a great amount of obligation towards the shifting mound that I wanted to do right by her. I'm the only thing she's ever known, man. Ow. Okay, where's the one for him now? Yeah, so let's ask about him now. So if I'm a god, and she's the capacity for change in the universe, what does that make you?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal. a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something.
Like what?
So I made you. And I made her. And I made this place to hold you both.
So you trapped the capacity for change in the universe in a box with a nascent god that didn't know it was a god. Are you sure you weren't a god? How would you do that as a mortal? What on earth did you do to be able to just bottle up the capacity for change in the universe? The universe is very large, man. All right, next question. So you managed to make us, despite the fact that, hang on, so it's not this one. I think there's another one. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, actually, and this is a fair question as well, like, yeah, magic and or science. It could be like Baroque. That's the game that I'm thinking of. It could be like Baroque, where it's just like, yeah, we found God in the middle of the earth and we communicated with it and it made everyone lose their minds. No big deal. Yeah, what are we made of?
The cycle of life and death. The endless pattern of creation and destruction. I tore it in two and shaped the fraying threads into you and her.
This still seems like God things do, but okay, go off. All right. Got the last three. So, did that process kill you, or... Where's that question? See, there's so many questions here. Now, I'll just say it this way. Every time a piece of him breaks off, that's one less question you can ask him. You only get a certain number of them. After that point, you can't ask questions anymore. So that's why I'm asking specific questions rather than all of them, because we'll never get through all of them. So, excuse me. So, yeah, here's the question. So how did you die? Did you die from the process of doing this, or?
I killed myself.
Oh.
It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess if they knew about her, they'd be able to perceive her as being able to change. So, when there's a will, there's a way, and I guess he had a will, didn't he? So, let's see. There's a question about people outside the construct. That's the other one I want to ask here. It's in here somewhere. Here we go. Nope. So nobody living could know about her. That means that there's other people out there. So you're telling me none of them know about her, and none of them know about your objective, and apparently mine, since you're making it mine.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old.
No kidding.
It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion.
So that's why you thought you would try to play God and take the literal change of the universe into your own hands. And by bottling it up, you stopped the universe from dying, didn't you?
When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Yeah, but it's inevitable. It's just not happening because it's bottled up. The second it gets out, then everything will be gone. So he was scared of death, but he died to rid the world of death. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty metal, actually. All right, last. So he's only got 2 pieces left. You get. This list of questions will be gone after the next question, so that's why we have to ask specific ones here. And you want me to kill the capacity for change. You want me to destroy that which would prevent the world from ending. Are you sure that's a good idea? I'm pretty sure change can be a good thing too, man. Are you sure that would be a good thing? Like, without her, what's left?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever.
Yeah, I don't buy that. That sounds like the ravings of someone who is so desperate to beat death that he doesn't think about the consequences of life everlasting.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
You understand how badly you've doomed everyone, right? Like, they're all doomed to literally shamble along with the end in sight, but never coming towards them. They can't live for the day because the day never ends. So yeah, as you can see, now the questions have swapped to other ones, and you can say whatever you want to them at this point, but I think there's only one thing to say. You got one shard left, my friend. I think you're done.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
I do. But boy howdy, it's not what you think it's going to be. So, let's not discount the fact that we learned a lot of information about the world there. I'm a god! Well, this is a development. So everything here, everything that has been is me. And she's just a small part of it. Well, I guess if she's a small part of me, then only one thing left for both of us to do. Did the happily ever after path, right? Yeah, that was the first one we did, yeah. So, I like that one first because you don't know what the walls closing in on you are in the damsel. So, the response to say, well, I'm really scared because I don't know what's happening, it makes the most sense when you do that one first to me, because otherwise you would know what that means and you just let it happen. You know what I mean? I mean, unless you wanted to see what happened, but, you know. Where's the princess? Why do I feel a rumbling in my chest? Is my heart bursting full? Okay! I mean, I guess you could say my heart's bursting forward, but not the way that I thought it was going to be.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I see you made good use of the stranger for your final form.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Oh. I missed you too. It felt like I was literally in there forever, but that might have been the fact that it's been 6 days since I streamed. How much did you hear?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
So that shined through even for you all the way over here, huh? Yeah, that was what it sounded like to me too. God, I look at this image and I think about what a nightmare this must have been to draw. I mean, I guess all of the pieces are moving at the same time, but they're all doing different things, and like I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I look at this and there's just so many moving parts. It flabbergasts me that this looks as good as it does considering how many moving parts there are in this image. Oh, and I learned something. Let me see if I can do it here. Hang on. Yeah. So on the PS4, PS5 versions, if you press the triangle button, you can actually hide the HUD. So now we can see all of the bits and pieces. And I cannot use this as a thumbnail. It is too many spoilers, but you can hide the HUD on this version of the game. I wasn't sure how to do that in the previous 2 streams, but there you go. So. You looked away for 2 minutes. What in the actual fuck happened here? So you remember how the stranger was like an amalgamation of the rest of the princesses. So we learned that we are all of the darkness in between the worlds, because we're a nascent god called the Long Quiet. The princess's hand demon thing is called the Shifting Mound. This is her. Hi, say hi. And we are both on the cusp of awakening to our true nature as gods and potentially destroying reality. So you missed a lot in those 2 minutes. The one on her left peeking at the camera is cute. The one in the center is doing work. Which one's peeking at the camera? I'm trying to see. Hang on. Oh, on her left. Yeah, okay, now I see it. Okay, yep, there it is. So, as an artist, all of the hands make you want to cry. Mad respect. Yeah, like, holy crap, man. Props to the artist, because, Jesus, look at this thing. Hey, 8th opening. How you doing? Welcome back. We made it to the end, but now... Oh, I see. I'm stuck in the menu. Let me go down here. There we go. So I learned in the conversation with the man diluted with death, the crow diluted with death, whatever. He had teeth where they weren't supposed to be. God damn it, Final Fantasy Legend 3. What does it mean?
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call
Yes,
me
we have met the Uber Princess.
A pale imitation of what I actually am.
Nietzsche was onto something. So, if you're aware of the fact that this is a pale imitation of what you are, and I'm now aware of the fact that I'm on the cusp of my awakening, what do we do now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if you're the capacity for change in the universe and you were ripped out of me, doesn't that mean that I'm, like, the opposite of that? Am I stagnation? Chat, have I fallen off?
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw that just from all the stuff we did. Going to bed, you're not drunk and feel drunk. Yeah, I could see that, given what we're looking at. Have a good night, Marie. I'll let you know what happens with the Uber Princess. If only Genova had taken a form like this. Yeah, Constance. Constance is good. I mean, really, both can be good, right? That's the thing. But now we're separate. So we both have to affect good in the universe now, and that means we have to do it together, because if we're separated, it would be hard for us to do that apart, you know?
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
What would even give you that idea? Did I do something wrong? I tried to bring you the princesses that I thought would not even bring that thought to your head. I guess you got all of the princesses back after all this. You said all of them would come back to you, so I suppose that's how that thought got into your head. I mean, this question's been answered. She said all of the stories that we left unfinished, she just slurped them up when she became this. So that's been answered. This is a fair question. But I think the reason why this is all I can probably logic this one, right? Because the reason why this is falling on me, we've seen the cracks in the construct already, right? We found them twice over this playthrough. Because we did the Fused Wild, and we did the Apotheosis on this run. So the reason why this is falling on me is because I have to break free from this egg that I'm stuck in order for us to find the other side. So that's why it's falling on me, because I'm the only one that can crack this thing open, being the god that I apparently am. So... But, you know, a lot of the things the narrator said, I mean, he elucidated on some things. But there's a lot, I feel like, that was a matter of his opinion, so... I know we've done this enough, but let's talk about this, right? Like, let's see what your thoughts are before we break out.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach.
I can try.
And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
Okay, but let's not lose sight of the plot here, Princess. Like, I know we're gods, but we can't act like we don't know what it meant to be human. We were human once, or at least we thought we were. If we just lose that, what good are we to the world?
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Guys, I think I pissed her off. I just wanted an answer.
There is no beginning, there is no end, and there is no end. There is only the flood of every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again.
Yeah, I'm as confused as you were in that moment.
But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything.
She's giving you an answer, shifting mound style. She's showing you what it means. She's reflecting on our journey together.
We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Well, I'm not opposed to that idea. So remember these. So this one up here, you see how it's like blood red, whereas this one, it isn't like there's like a glow effect on this one. It's blood red. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to say that one, but do keep that in mind. Okay, just something to think about. So this is like the final boss fight, right? So you can talk around her, but quite honestly, I'm not trying to fight what she's saying. I just wanted to know. I just had questions. I still have questions. I just want a few of them answered. Let's address directly. I mean, yeah, it was the only thing that I could do was let you, take you. I didn't want you to be in pain.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open.
Yeah, well, we're getting closer to seeing the truth of things.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to.
We can make a new beginning.
Where did you learn
I like the face that it looks
when
like.
we felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
If anything, the fact that we're separate makes me more curious. What do you mean? No, I think I still want to know what's out there. It was vast and beautiful and looked like growing grass, so I think I'd like to know.
Then live with me, and we will see it all together.
I'm not questioning that. See, I don't know. I want to say this because I want to reflect on the whole journey. Because there's 3 more perspectives we haven't seen yet. But simultaneously, she makes a fair point. I'm going to save. I'm going to save just to be sure that I don't muck something up here. Let's just see. Because if we say until you see my perspective, that might put us on track for a different ending that I don't want to get. So let's, if that happens, at least we'll have seen all 5 perspectives. Then I can reload this save and we can just leave. So, because I'm giving away the ghost, but I do want to leave with her. That's the goal here. So.
If you need more time to open your eyes,
Okay, that sounds more neutral
I will give you all the time in the world.
than I thought it was going to be. So let's keep going.
You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. The very ground beneath your feet loses its meaning. There is nothing but me.
Actually, I was there too. I was everything around the ocean that you drowned in. but go off.
When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose to accept me, to allow me to burn away all doubt, and turn you into an instrument of my divine will. You accepted that I was everything, and together we found our purpose.
Yeah, but something about that felt wrong. Like, in that case, it didn't feel like I had any say in the matter. You just did.
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
Well, I don't disagree with that either, but... I miss when that was you. Oh my god. We were close to freedom. I mean, I'll give you that. So I'm being submissive in these ones because I'm not trying to argue her perspective. I want to leave as well. I just want to reflect on what we did first.
And we are so close to freedom again, if you'll let us have it.
Oh, okay. Well... So that was probably supposed to look different, but I think I turned off the effect that that was supposed to have, so sorry.
I remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't returned. I offer you a solution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was yours to set me free.
Yeah, I mean, I did wrong you.
Without sin, there is no redemption.
Are you trying to say you're sin there, ma'am? What exactly are you trying to say? I mean, this is me talking in circles, but to be fair, that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm talking in circles until we get to the end of the perspective, so...
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
Yeah, fair.
A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is still? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars.
Yeah, that was a fun time, wasn't it?
But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
Damn, man. She's got a good point. I mean, I'm being passive here, so let's just say the line that you would expect. I did enjoy that scene, so let's just say the line that I would expect to say here.
You dance with me again, and I'll never have to stop.
Well, she's got me beat, boys.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything.
She means your sin because you killed her. Oh, okay, fair. So then what I said basically was that she's redemption. So.
There is no constant. There is no center.
Now, I don't believe that because you're the capacity for change. So from your perspective, I'm sure it seems like there is no constant and there is no center. But that's literally me, my dear.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
We are the flip side of a coin, heads and tails, and if we don't have each other, there's no value in the universe? I don't know if that's what I was trying to say, but... Yeah, quite honestly, mostly, I mean, I could have asked for all of your perspectives. You did give me the perspectives, so the only question I have left at this point, what do we do to get out of here?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's just a matter of me willing myself to be free. Well, you have a lot of hands there, my dear. You might want to hold on tight. I don't know how turbulent this is going to get. But it probably will be pretty turbulent. Okay. Let's just Just focus up. Formless water. Float like a butterfly. Smash like a hammer. I mean, she could be me again, but... I mean, they're trying to be. That doesn't mean they have to be. Alright, get this shit off me. Princess, it's not yielding.
I love you.
Oh. You know, that's kind of all I needed to hear. A little support. Let's do this together, then. One last time. And there it is. Well, we did it. We destroyed reality. We found a new reality, to be fair, but we definitely destroyed the old one.
It's magnificent.
It's something, is what it is. It's about time we found something real. Well, what do you think happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do, isn't there? Let's go, my dear. That sounds like a lot to fathom, but to be fair, we're both gods now. I guess you could call it home. I mean, everything is our home now, but... I mean, we're both gods. We've got plenty of time to grasp at what that means, reality-wise. And that's the game, everybody. That is Slay the Princess, the Leave Together ending. You become gods, you accept the fact that you're gods, you break the construct, and you go home. The Adventures of Bird Person and Hands Lady has graduated into the Adventures of Giant Wings Bird God and Many Hands and Faces Lady. Yes, all the tasty yellow worms you can eat. What a great game. Is that the reward? Because I'm a bird god, I get a reward of worms? Is this your idea of a joke, narrator? Wait, he didn't make reality. Never mind. So this is the ending that I got on my playthrough that I did on the PC version. And at the time, it felt like the right thing to do, because it felt like, again, what I thought in my first thoughts as I did the playthrough was that the shifting mound was something that I had a deep responsibility for, because I'm the only thing that she's ever known. If she wakes up to me being mean to her, then she's going to destroy reality, so I have to not be mean to her, right? So then us leaving and breaking the walls of the construct and really screwing the narrator over, it felt like apotheosis, but for real this time, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this is the ending that I got. But on further reflection, does anyone else feel like this ending feels a little off? Wrong a little, almost? I don't know if I can fully explain it, but like there's like this sense from all of this that she gave me an answer, but the answer was absolute. Like there was no room for any doubt in what she had to say in order for us to break reality. And that may have been correct. We may not have broken through to the other side if I doubted that we could break it out into reality. Maybe she knew something I didn't because she was a piece of me, but something here doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? It feels like maybe it's just that I still have too many questions about the world and the narrator and the pieces of the world we left behind, because we only got 5 endings. There are a lot of different endings that you can get in this game, but something just feels off. That's just me. So, what a great game. Well played. Now, really, seems like the good ending to me. I mean, it's kind of all a matter of perspective, right? Like, there's what ending you think is good, bad, or in between is a matter of how you feel about the rest of the game. And if you break through the constructs and you leave together with the princess, I mean, sure, it's a happy ending. You get to explore the cosmos together as gods. But again, it feels like her thought process was absolute, one. And two, it feels like neither one of us made this reality for ourselves. I don't know if that makes sense. We were both made as gods, right? So we didn't choose to be gods. We were created as gods. So even if this reality that we broke into is vast and limitless and has infinite potential, it's a reality that we came into with no choice in the matter. We didn't create it from our own choices. We were given it. And we just sort of broke into it because we had the power to do so. That was the only choice we made. Have power, use it. We didn't choose it. At least that's the way that I see it. So I think there is no right ending. This is your preferred one, but there are others that other people like more. Play again. Encore. So 8th opening has the idea of it. Because there are too many questions left unanswered, too many paths we have not seen. The reason why this says finale ? Is because I was lying to all of you. This is not the end. It's the end of this cycle, sure, but we're not done with Slay the Princess, the Stream Edition. I have plans. Apotheos is essentially fighting the hands is an interesting detail. Yeah, because she didn't know, right? Like, the princess in that mindset was a god, but the only thing she didn't know was, well, two things. One, that we were a god, and we were the thing that was wrapping around her before the hands tried to drown her. And two, she doesn't know that she's supposed to... Her purpose as the Apotheosis sort of shrouded out her purpose as a piece of the Shifting Mound. So, there you go. So, feels like she thinks her perspective is the only valid one. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that I think about all of this, right? Because she's the capacity for change, and because she is absolutely the capacity for change and has no sense of chill, she cannot be constant. It's in her nature to not be constant. It feels like she has to be right, because if she's not right, what is there left? Me. And that's it, not her. So, I still have questions. Yeah, plot twist. Hey, John, how you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, plot twist. We're playing the game again. However, this is the end of this stream. We're ending a little early today, but I don't like the idea of starting a completely new cycle in the same stream that I just ended the old cycle. I kind of want to split it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it in such a way that you can see when there's a new cycle in the thumbnails. So these 3 streams that we did for the past, this stream and the past 2 streams, they have one type of thumbnail. It's just the game logo with the cabin in the background. The next time we enter for a cycle, there's going to be a new thumbnail. It's not going to be that different from the old one, but it'll be different enough where you'll see that there's a different cycle going on. And I'm going to do that for a total of... There's going to be 3 cycles. I'll just say it that way. So we did this one, which was the initial interest, leave together kind of one. But there's going to be 2 more. So, 2 extremes of the same question. So, we're like I said, we're flip sides of the coin. You can only ever be heads or tails unless you land on the edge somehow, which is very difficult to do. But there you go. Anyway, thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. These are all of the soundtracks of the adventure we just had with her. So, there you go. And now that we've finished the full story for the first time, we've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. This is why I've said keep in mind before that there are different perspectives, different graphics that happen with the princess. Like, we saw the one where she tried to gnaw her own hand off and then I cut her out of her bindings. We saw one where she did not try to gnaw her own hand off and I still cut her out of her bindings. Those are 2 different images in the gallery. And essentially, the gallery itself is not, when you complete it, the game's 100%ed. There's still choices that you can make even if you have a full gallery. But it is a requirement to get the Platinum Trophy in this game. You have to complete the gallery. So, and I think if I remember right, there's something ridiculous, like 160-something separate images that you can get in the gallery from the choices you make. Some of them are very obscure choices. So, it might take a little while, several runs, for you to get 100%. We will not be completing the gallery in these 3 cycles. We will be getting a lot of it filled, though. So, sounds good. Excited to catch more YouTube streams. I like the switch. Yeah, I just figured it would make more sense. Like, I'm already exporting everything over here anyway, so I figure why not just centralize it all on one platform? And I mean, so far, things have worked out pretty okay. The YouTube algorithm has been making these streams do numbers. Both of the previous streams have over 100 views as of this recording, so I can't be any happier with that. For the first time back, that's not bad at all. So, but yes, so for now, we have to lock the princess away again. But like I said, there's still a lot of questions lingering in my mind. Most of all, the last question we asked the narrator. What would it be like to live in a world without her? I didn't like his answer. So maybe we'll find the answer ourselves on the next episode of Slay the Princess, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Any idea when the next stream will be? Yeah, like I said, Friday at 7:30. If you're new to the channel, by the way, I post my schedule every week in the Posts tab on my channel, as well as on my Discord server. So there are 2 places where you can find the schedule if you're ever not sure. I also, after I'm done editing the description of each stream, I also schedule the next one in sequence. So even if you don't look at the schedule, you'll see when the next one is. Probably in the next couple of hours, I'll have it all set up and ready to go. So there's always a place where you can find my schedule if you have not been here before. So there you go. Find out on the next edition. Yeah, there we go. Called it. But yeah, so thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to check out the stream. Thank you to everybody who has jumped in who has not been here before. It's been great chatting with some new people. It's been great chatting with the old people as well, but it's great chatting with new people about a game that I enjoy overall, and we will continue to enjoy it for a little while to come, because quite frankly, I enjoy playing this game, but quite honestly, it's very easy to pick this game up and play it while I'm taking care of my finals and everything else like that, so I don't want to let it go quite just yet. But we'll get there eventually. Yeah, find out next week. Well, actually, not even next week. On Friday. On Slay the Princess. There you go. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Appreciate you checking out the stream. And I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. So, does this mean I'm locked in here with her? Or is she locked in here with me?